Where are all my podcast listeners at? Look, I want you to go to Apple Store, wherever podcasts are at that you listen to. Download Hot Topics by Nitro Destiny Speaks. Look, we have been away for a while on our podcast, but today we just went ahead and put up a new episode, and it was talking about how to recognize God's voice in the midst of chaos, in the midst of things that you're going through. So I want you to go ahead today, download the podcast, because we are coming with some new stuff, new topics. Of course, before we talk about generally everything that the business is about. So mental health, we talk about, of course, kingdom building. We talk about business. We talk about crisis and trauma. We talk about how to overcome for those things. Also, too, we also got some stuff for health and wellness too. Talking about calorie count and all of those different things. But I know during this time, yes, not only are we doing audio, but we also doing video. We're going to be doing interviews from people on the podcast. And if you want to actually get on a podcast with me, allow me to interview you, right? Let's talk about how God has allowed you to overcome some things and where was God at in it. So come on, let's go. And then we also going to be talking about some real topics that is not talked about in church, okay? We're going to talk about church hurt. We're going to talk about spiritual abuse. We're going to talk about emotional abuse. We are going to talk about a lot of things that has been going around that we have been talking about that has not been properly addressed in the house of the Lord. How many know that God desires for you to be made whole? You are to be made whole in every area of your life, not just spiritually, but also physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and all of that. Okay? All right? So now it is time. Now it is time. Do you hear me? Do you see me? Do you understand me? Because now I'm telling you, the Lord has told me to go ahead and open up my mouth. I have been released, okay, to go ahead and walk fully in the boldness and the authority that He has given me. However, whoever don't like it, you be okay. Just take it to Jesus, baby. Because, however, He was the one that told me that it was time. It was time. Now is the time. Because He is bringing and gathering His people back into Himself. And those that have been dropped, those that have been rejected, those that have been hurt, those that have been crucified, those that has been criticized, those that have been walking, and they have not have done anything to you but spoke the truth. But now is the time. Now is the time to step forward. Now is the time to come out of your caves, to come out of hiding. Now is the time to speak up on those things that matter. That matter because God He is revealing all things. You're not going to continue to keep putting His children in a box. You're not going to try to keep solacing His children because you don't want to sit up there and deal with the matters on your pulpit, because you don't want to deal with the matters that's been going on in your church. No, not this time. Not this time. God has given you enough time to repent. He has given you enough time to change your ways. He has given you enough time to correct those things that you have done, and you still yet have not done it because of pride, because of ego, because you just want to continue to keep doing the people wrong. You're held accountable for that. The blood that you have that's on your hands, you're held accountable for that. You held accountable for that. So yeah, y'all. Let's go ahead and download Hot Topics by Nitro Destiny Speaks. Because we're going to talk about some real stories. And also, too, if you want to go ahead and you want to be a speaker, you want to get interviewed on the podcast, and we want to talk about some real situations, some real things that is going on in the church. And we're going to put together our heads, excuse me. We're going to put together our heads. We're going to go ahead and talk about the solution. So that way we can draw all men unto thee. We can sit up there and be that voice. We are the voice for the voiceless. And now is the time for you to step up. Now is the time for you to awake and come from out of your sleep. Now is the time to put action, right? To put action, get the work, execute. Because the kingdom is at hand. We got work to do. We got work to do. Time is winding down. And also, too, is these people can't continue to keep operating the way they are. But anyway, right, y'all have a blessed day. Make sure y'all download the podcast today. All right. I'll talk to you later.